Hi everyone, it's me. If you're new here, my name's Alanna and I'm a Canadian, but I live here in the UK. And if you're not new here, hey, how's it going? You guys have asked me to go to the RAF Museum, the Royal Air Force Museum, for literal years. And I've always said no, but guess what? We're here. And it rained on me already. I've always wanted to go, but it has taken me over 2 hours to get here. And then walking from the tube, it started raining. And in that moment, I realized I didn't pack an umbrella or my hat. So got a little bit rained on. It's taken me a long time to get here, but I'm really excited to see what we're gonna see because I have done absolutely no research. I have no idea what's here. We're gonna explore it together. We're gonna learn together, unless you've already been here, in which case you already know. And I hope it was worth the 2+ hours. So I booked a ticket, a free ticket. It's free. I booked a free ticket, kind of as like an why. They try to really sell you up. So there's like booked things or like paid things that you can buy when you buy your free ticket. I haven't done any of that. We are just gonna do the base free visit, see what it's like. I'm a little bit cold and a little bit soggy, to be honest. But that's okay, we made it here in one piece. And to be fair, it's a very simple journey. It's just a long way. Anyway, I think that's all the stuff that I wanted to say. So we're here, I'm ready to learn, I'm ready to explore, I'm ready to dry off a little bit. I'm ready to get inside. Let's get inside. All right, so we're starting this first hangar. This is the first 100 years, 1918, 2018. This is kind of like where you're meant to start, from what I can see. You can see all those like hats of different people involved in the RAF. Okay, I don't know where to start. There's so much in here. We'll start on this side. We'll go like clockwise around the room. We'll start here. This looks like an ejector seat. Actually kind of terrifying. I will pass on that. Thank you very much. Now this stands out. Obviously the bright yellow color, but I've never seen anything like this before. Look at the size of it. These cutouts kind of freak me out, but they're real people apparently. Okay, we won't do that yet. We'll come back to that. So this is a Westland Sea King from 1962. Oh, I like that. You get like you can pause here. You get like the top facts. Use, top speed, wear use. That's very cool. No, I've never seen anything like this before. Like not maybe in movies, but not in person. Look at this like the length of the rotors. Oh my god. There's a plane there. I did not notice that. I don't know what that is. Now you can go in it. So obviously we're gonna, okay, you can't go in it, but you can look in it. Wow. It's kind of reflective. I don't know how much you're gonna see of that, but very neat. And so yellow. Okay, how about some engines? The size of these are crazy. Now, I actually did a British like history culture exam, and some of these like inventions were on it. So I've seen that the Merlin, that was actually at the Science Museum, or one of them. The Rolls-Royce Merlin. The intricacies on these things always kind of blows my mind. I don't really think about engines, but now I do. Oh my god. Tracy! What are you doing, girl? Jesus, look at the size. That looks like a spaceship engine. I think that's Pegasus, the Pegasus engine. Yeah, oh my god. That is simply too big. We also have, oh, Sir Frank Whittles. Okay, so he is one of my exam questions, that he invented the jet engine. It's pretty cool how, like, that stuff that I learned sort of overlaps with these museum visits. And over here, this is Frank Whittle's uniform. Beautiful blue. Now, if there's an interactive screen, no, I'm gonna touch it. I want to see the combustion chamber. Okay, pretty cool. This guy's kind of freaking me out. He's just watching me. Who are you? Oh, it's Frank. It's Frank Whittle. Sorry, sir. I didn't know that's what you looked like. Thank you for your service. Now, where to next? That is very cool. Something about the bright colors on some of these. I think because that feels like kind of unique than the usual colors. Hawker Siddeley Nat Team 1, 1962 to 78. I'll try to get as many of these plaques. So if you want to pause and read stuff, you're more than welcome to. I have a feeling we're going to see a lot of these by the end of the day. But that is beautiful. Okay, why is there a horse? Or a pony? Or is this a donkey? Who are you? Sergeant Sparky McDougal. Oh my god, he joined the RAF in 1980. He was so friendly and he loved children, especially if they had a polo mint to feed him. Wow. Thank you for your service. If you love history, engineering, science, maybe that's why you clicked on this video in the first place, I think you're going to love the book, the sponsor of today's video. The book is a gorgeous illustrated encyclopedia of humankind's greatest inventions and discoveries. It's incredibly inspiring, but it's also beautiful and like genuinely fun to read. And it's not just for history buffs or science majors, it's an accessible read for anyone. I personally love the section on sailing, ships, and maritime knots. It's super interesting. Created by Hungry Minds, the book raised over $2 million on Kickstarter and Indiegogo. And if that's not enough, there is a hidden quest in the book for readers to discover. I've really enjoyed reading it. It's gorgeous, but it's also thought-provoking, and it is a great gift for a loved one if you're looking for something special. If you want to check it out yourself, make sure to use my code NAPS10 for 10% off and use my link in the description. Okay, so this is like the ground section. We've got some kind of motorcycle. Half of the battle is finding the right plaque for the thing that you're looking at. Battle, no pun intended. Okay, so this is a police motorbike and Humber Light reconnaissance car. I mean, everything is like pristine condition. I'm not really interested in the uniforms. We can't look at everything like this. I think there's multiple hangars. We kind of have to get a move on a little bit. What is this though? Jeffrey Sherlock. Oh, is this a fireman? Like a fireman's uniform. Oh my god. You're wearing oven mitts. That's wild. Okay, this Supermarine Spitfire. We know the Spitfire. That's like the famous thing. That's this thing up here. Wow. Pause if you want some details. But this boat thing, I don't know what that is. Spoiler alert. Seaplane Tender, 1932. It's interesting seeing the size differences between some of like that plane versus this boat. And then you've got all these little models. I bet you the gift store or the gift shop is full of little models you can buy. Okay, but here, these look like torpedoes or missiles of some sort. So we've got missiles, bombs, search water console. I imagine that is that. Look at the buttons on this thing. You know what? Bring back buttons and toggles and switches. I don't want a touch screen. I want to touch a button. But the size of these are genuinely upsetting. And on this side, we have... So talking about the Battle of Britain, I actually did a video on the Battle of Britain, if you want to check that out later, but not yet. But this is a Merlin 3 engine that was excavated at somebody's house? Wow. Think about building one of these. Think about designing one of these. My little brain cannot comprehend. But I do like a lot of these plaques have like personal stories. So like this one of Raymond Tower Homes. There's every plaque basically has somebody mentioned on it. Okay, where to next? Okay, so we're back at the beginning. This is, I think, the last sort of main piece that we've not seen. I don't know exactly what we're looking at, but it's huge. And more missiles. Huge missiles. So this is a de Havilland 1918. No, that's the thing. That's definitely not it. That's the thing that we saw in the air. Like on the ceiling. 2-seat day bomber. So that's this thing that we've been seeing. Kind of crazy seeing that beside something so modern. I can't imagine being in one of those. Okay, I think that's like the main bits in this hangar. Obviously not everything, but it is crazy. There's like nobody here. Okay, now we're back in this corner. First to the future. Test pilot's flight suit. Okay, pretty cool. Kind of Top Gun vibes. Lightning 2. There's not loads of stuff here, to be honest. This is just kind of like a passing through hallway, but like drones and stuff. Okay, so this looks like inventions that didn't work out or that were canceled. Cavity Megatron radar system. An accidental discovery which led to the invention of the microwave oven, 1937. So these look like inventions. Some worked, some didn't, some were canceled, some were used in different ways. Suffered from handling and weight problems. Me too, sister. Find out about the successes or failures. Oh, that's cute. You don't often get to see like failure inventions at these types of museums. That's pretty neat. Okay, but what is that? What a shape. Handley Page. Light Army Scout car. For low-level flight. Oh my god. Became known as the Jumping Jeep. I'll have to take your word for it. Okay, so that, not a whole lot in that little hallway, but this seems much more interesting. Oh, and there's stairs. People are coming out of it. Okay, we gotta go in it, obviously. But first, the gift shop. I have always been a sucker for these little guys. What did I tell ya? If you actually like kits or crafts or that kind of thing, I do some craft stuff on Twitch. Subtle plug. Twice a week. Anything stuffed animal related, this is difficult to leave behind. Loads of like Spitfire stuff. Spitfire cookie cutter. That kind of feels disrespectful. I don't know. Don't vibe with that. What in the 1982 is this? Like a paperweight? Okay. I haven't seen one of those in a long time. Alright, well, I mean, there's lots more, but I really want to go see what that plane thing is. That. Okay, so can we just go in? Sunderland, there are some tight spaces. We have recreated the tightest of them. Oh my god. Okay. Okay, this is actually kind of spooky. I feel uneasy. And I imagine the camera's picking it up, but there's like rumbling noises, like there's speakers that are playing like sound effects, I imagine, like of the machine, of the engines, like that kind of stuff, which, well, something about that is spooky. Never been in one of these before, or anything quite like it, to be fair. But it is kind of crazy to be able to walk through this totally alone. I imagine it gives a different vibe when you're crammed in here with a bunch of other people and there's like kids screaming and stuff, but just to be by myself, I feel uneasy. These look like parachutes. Okay, very cool, but get me out of here. Okay. Thank you. Now, what is this? It said Sunderland, but I don't know what that means. Maybe you do. A short Sunderland MR5. Long-range reconnaissance and anti-submarine. Jeez, that's considered short. 1945 to 59. That's very cool. And to be able to go inside it is very special. I can't believe this museum is free. I don't know, like, how many hangars there are. I know there's a couple, but that hangar alone, and it's free, crazy. But with that, let's head outside. I am getting hungry. All right, everyone. I just had lunch, and now I'm like full and lethargic. And it was so warm in there. Okay, had lunch. I had the Spitfire chicken burger. Yes. Sorry, that's maybe really windy. Can we find a not so windy spot? So chicken burger was great. It took about 5 minutes. It seemed like they actually cooked it then and there. Like it was crispy and it was moist. I hate saying that, but it was. The chips were so good. And then a undressed side salad, which not my favorite, but that and a full-size Coke Zero was like 16 pounds. Now, expensive. But when you are at a tourist attraction in London and this is the only place that you're getting food, I think it's kind of reasonable. Or at least I've done a couple like museum solo days out in London sort of thing, attractions and videos and what have you. And I'd say that's comparable to a lot of the other places. It's never cheap. Like it's never cheap because why would it be? You're stuck here, you gotta eat. But this was reasonable and it was tasty. So now, so if I turn you around, that H1, Hangar 1, that is the one that we've done. And then on the other side of this building, there was another like small building that had like an exhibition in it. I just peeked in, but I was hungry at that point. I didn't want to look inside. So I guess we have to decide if we want to bother going in that. Otherwise, on this side is the rest of it, I think. I honestly have no idea. We're out here and we're just trying our best. But so far, so good. I mean, it is a very long way to come. So I guess it'll just depend on like what is in the remaining bits. But so far, I'm having a nice time. Ooh, there goes the train. I don't know if you can see that. It doesn't matter. I'm having a nice time, but it's also super nice that it's not busy. Like going through that plane with nobody else in there was super special. And I know that's like quite rare and probably very uncommon, especially like summertime peak visiting time. But having like very minimal people here is A plus. But anyway, let's go to the next hangar. Okay, so this is 1980 to today. This is like a smaller hangar before that next giant one. I think I might be doing them out of order, but this is like the first one that I walk past. So we'll do this one first. It's a bit smaller. This is like, I guess, the modern era. Wow, look at that. And immediately I'm overwhelmed. Okay, these plaques still kind of freak me out. This aircraft drips oil. Oh my god. That's crazy. I don't know what that is, but we'll figure it out. Okay, I'm getting a bit... Where should we start? Let's start with this thing. Turbo Union RB199 turbo fan. Oh my god. The intricacies and the size of it. It looks like something out of like a movie. And this one, Guinness Girl, Pauline, Maritime that's not... So what is this one called? I think that these are like the missiles on the ground, which also terrifying. I don't know exactly what that one is yet. We'll figure it out. We go up top. I love the color though. I don't know why it's that color. I've never seen one that color before. I know it doesn't really matter, but it really stands out. Wow, look at that. And it's got the wings folded in. Everywhere you look, there's like a different thing, a different plane. Okay, so this is the Tornado. 1982 to 2001, it was a joint operation, West Germany, UK, and Italy. That's this one, which we can also go up and look. We'll have a look. Do you guys know that meme? We'll have a look. This to me feels very sort of Top Gun. All the buttons. Let me touch the buttons. I also can't really comprehend how much training and schooling it would take to be able to pilot literally anything in this room. Like, just the skill and the knowledge that you would need. And I also wonder how different each plane is to each other. Like, if you trained on this one, how easy would it be to switch to, like, the pink one? Literally no idea. Oh, I love patches. I love patches. Oh my god. Can you see that one? Whatever, whenever, with a witch. Very cool. Now, I'm assuming this is some sort of drone. And our pink guy. But these big boys in the back. Let's have a look. So this on the left looks like the Chinook. Yes. The RAF is the largest operator of the Chinook outside the US. The more you know. It doesn't have the rotors on it, but you can tell just how big it is. Oh my god, we can go inside. Not from this side. Okay, we're going inside. So this is the Chinook HC2. First flew in 1961, prototype. This is from the 1980s onward. And this big guy, look at the nose on that. The Hercules. First entered service in the US Air Force in the 50s. Huge. Especially compared to like some of the fighter jets that we just saw with like the tiny little nose, and then this thing is just massive. Let's have a look. Again, this is so nice that there's like literally nobody here. Wow. I don't know if any of you guys watching have anybody in your family in the military. Also, look at the cutout of this. Like the size. What was I just saying? Oh, I don't know if you guys have people in the military, like loved ones or family members or friends. I don't. My grandfather fought in World War II, so he was a Canadian soldier fighting with the British. This is a Falklands Chapel. They converted shipping containers into chapels for those stationed at RAF Stanley. Wow. Oh, look at the bell. Sorry, just hold that thought when we go inside. This feels like no talking. Wow. Okay. Lost my train of thought again, but that's fine. Let's go upstairs. I'm hoping we'll see some plaques upstairs of the things like floating from the ceiling. There's nobody. Me and one other guy. What a treat. Oh, I didn't realize that's got a painted tail. So, Storm Shadow, Anglo-French missile. That is that thing in the back, I imagine. This big guy. They just look so heavy. Can we zoom in? Give me a second. There we go. There's just so many moving parts and so many, like, just think of the amount of screws in this hangar. So that is the Harrier GR9A, 2006 to 2010. Pause if you want to read more. Huge. That pink one, though, is still absolutely massive. Comparatively, I guess. Atomics Predator. Oh, yes, that's going to be the drone thingy that we saw over there. Wow, 1995. This is a Sepicat Jaguar, 1974 to 2007. Long lifespan. Obviously, I'm sure it got changed over and stuff. That is that guy in the far side. That boy. Very skinny. Long and skinny. And then this thing. Oh my god, there's somebody in it. There's a man. I don't like that. Not a fan. Huge though, and so like sleek. So that is the Eurofighter Typhoon. Partnership, between a bunch of countries. I've heard of the Typhoon. I wouldn't have known that that's what that is. All right, so this has been the like 1980s to present day hangar. Let's get outside and make our way to the next, and I think the final one. Okay, so I've done this kind of out of order. At least it's not raining. It's trying to be sunny. We started over there. This is now 3, 4, and 5. Oh my god. This place is huge. Oh my god. Oh, we should have started in here. Okay, I'm immediately overwhelmed, but we're gonna do our best. Where do you even want to start? I don't know. Let's start here. In this corner. With this thing. The Graham White Hux starter. Oh my god, it started the rotors? I've never seen one of those before. This is a Sopwith Snipe aerobatic single seat biplane. So we have gone back in time, obviously, by the looks of this. Oh my god, can you guys see in the background? This place is huge. So, okay, we've definitely done this a little bit out of order. I just did it in walking order. So H1 was the first building. Then I walked past H2 quickly. I didn't show you that. That was just like an exhibition, like a smaller, it wasn't really a hangar, it was like a room. Then H6 is the 1980s one that we did after lunch, and now this is 2, 3, no, this is 3, 4, and 5, which is like World War I and II era vibes. Oh my god. But honestly, we should have started here. This place is huge. I don't even know what we're looking at. I'm so overwhelmed. How about a Bristol Bulldog? This silver one. That looks like something out of a movie. Okay, I don't really know where we should walk or what path. We'll just keep right. So we've got this giant pointy guy. The lightning. More missiles, my god. The salamander, so this is a crash tender. So I'm at, like, it pulls downed planes, perhaps. And this guy, an ambulance. Wow. So these are like the rescue vehicles to rescue the people and to rescue the plane. All right. If you are still watching, first off, thank you so much. If you have any interest in coming here, you kind of have to start in H1, like the hangar one. But honestly, I would rather spend like most of the time in this place is so big. I can't even see the back of it yet, like the end. Look how skinny this guy is. I would recommend maybe walking through H1 a bit quickly and then really taking your time in here. Because unfortunately, I'm a little bit overwhelmed from reading so many plaques as it is. Wow, look at the shape. Is that an engine? Sabre 3? Oh my god. I forget what I was saying. No enemy plane will fly over the Reich territory. Well, he was wrong. Wow. That's gotta be... Is that a Lancaster? It's like the only like bomber name I know. God, I'm so smart. Lancaster Mk1 heavy bomber. He looks it. Oh my god, it continues. There's more down here. Yeah, 100%. If you're gonna come here, walk through H1 kind of quickly and then come straight to this hangar. But I love that all of these are like different shapes and sizes. This looks like it comes from Indian Air Force. Yeah. Different countries. The Liberator, the bomber with everything. Pause if you want more info. I'm gonna maybe start walking a little bit faster because we've got so much to cover. It's great. They're all just like shoved in here together. Wow, colors on that one are neat. Look at the little skinny guy. Again, all different shapes and sizes, and they're just like crammed in with each other. What's this? Airspeed Oxford Mk1, the Ox Box. Oh, training aircraft. I never really thought about how they would need training aircraft, but of course they would. What is that? Look at the length on that one. Let's have a look. So this is the Henkel, German, extensively in the early years of the Second World War. Neat colors, though. I love how that, like, cockpit area is all open. Now, what is that? Basically, all of the planes we've seen so far have been, like, pristine condition. This one clearly is not. What? Flight engineer. Oh, that's pretty cool. I bet you all of these plaques are the different people that would work or have worked on this plane. Because there's all these little signs of like all the different people. That's very neat. And all the people that it would need. Look at that. But what is it? Any guesses? Vote now. I don't think we've seen a plaque yet. These are all the people. Wow, look inside. Skinny though. At least that portion feels skinny compared to its like overall size. Okay, so this is the Handley Page Halifax Halibag capable heavy bomber overshadowed by the Lancaster. Made a forced landing on a frozen lake. Pause if you want to read more. Wow. It is pretty cool seeing something sort of damaged in that way alongside the pristine ones as well, because it kind of reminds you like these are real aircraft, you know, like these were used. They have a history. I feel like I need to just get moving. I can't even see the end of this hangar. So there's the Lancaster again. We'll keep to the side. We'll go counterclockwise. This is the Messerschmitt. Quote, the Lancasters seemed to be lining up to be shot down. I just had to stop after the 7th one. I was tired of the killing, my God. Imagine that thing was coming at you. They've also got some of these like screens. There's no sound or anything, but like you can see historical footage of like the planes being used. Absolutely massive. Now, what is that? I don't want to keep saying like, wow, they're so big, but like, first off, that is crazy. Carrying like a rocket or something, but this thing, of course it's called the Vulcan, the Tin Triangle, strategic nuclear bomber, highly distinctive shape, no kidding. So from 56 to 84, look at all the bombs. Oh my God. It just barely fit. They've literally like constructed this hangar so this thing will fit. So if you walk underneath, you can look up into the bomb hangar. Oh, don't know if I like that. I've never done that before though. It's really cool that you can do that. Even just the size of like the wheels and stuff. What if this plane fell? What if this plane just fell? Let's get out. A couple more vehicles. Bomb disposal car. That's pretty cool. I want to see this. I love when they've got like the painting on the side. Lucky Lou. Handley Page Victor cockpit section from 58. I love when they've got like the painting on the side. Very cool. God, they just keep coming and they don't stop coming. Okay. We're wandering. Now this looks recognizable. Supermarine Spitfire. Much loved symbol of winning against the odds. I feel like that is one of the most recognizable. I mean, I didn't recognize the Spitfire in the other hangar, but I do now. What are we got some helicopters? They're so shiny. This is the Wessex VIP transport helicopter from 69. Huge. And a lot of these are really unique shapes. I mean, obviously helicopters are going to be a different shape, but so shiny. And we finally can see the end of this hangar. Can you believe it? And not a single person down here. I've seen a couple of people. I try not to film people as best as I can. I've seen a couple of people, but so few. Sycamore rescue helicopter. And this big guy finishing off the corner. What is that? That looks like a seaplane. Think how heavy that is. I'm sure it tells us. Bristol Pegasus 1, 1931 to about 44. It is kind of crazy how planes have developed. I mean, we've seen them from like 8 and 9. When did RAF start? 1918 until modern day. Just about every shape and size. Long and skinny. Also long and skinny. Extra long. So you can't get these like extra. This is what they were trying to sell me when I booked my free ticket, like the 4D theater thing. And then there's something where you can get in one of the planes, but I'm happy to just wander. Hawk Typhoon 1B. First RAF fighter capable of exceeding 400 miles per hour. Wow. I really wish we started here because I'm getting overwhelmed. I'm not really reading as much as I'd like to. We've also got I love the badges. I love the patches. I love the badges. I really like space stuff, and I always like seeing the like NASA badges that they create. This is obviously the RAF version. It's kind of hard to pick a favorite, to be honest. Lots of like animals, mythical symbols. Weapons and oh, that top right one, the stars, is cool. All right, our final one. This is the Supermarine Southampton M1K fuselage seaworthy flying boat. We'll finish off with this one. We're kind of back to the front of the hangar anyway. Crazy shape. And this is one that we can go up. So this is a nice one to finish on. Something totally unusual. We can get a close look. Wow, look at this steering wheel. It's like a car. Incredible. Beautiful wood too. God, I'm getting old. Just commented on how nice the wood looks. But we're back at the entrance exit. We've gone all the way around this hangar, down through the back and then back up again. Absolutely huge. What a day. I gotta be honest, I am so overwhelmed. But let's head outside and have our final thoughts, our final verdict. All right, everyone. Well, a lot to take in. I definitely started getting overwhelmed a bit at the end there, and I wish we started on this end hangar instead of the path that I took, because there's some really interesting ones in there, but I was getting just a little bit informationed out, do you know what I mean? But I have been here for, I'd say, over 2 hours now, and I haven't seen everything. There was an art gallery above in that hangar, which I didn't do. There was another hangar that I passed when we were going to get lunch, and there was loads of planes that I just looked at and walked past because I couldn't read another plaque. So 2 hours, and there's still a lot here that I haven't seen. Now, is it worth the 2+ hour journey in and home? Ask me when I get home. As it stands right now, I absolutely think it was worth it. And I was really shocked at how much is here. I thought the first 2 hangars, like the ones that we saw, I thought that was going to be most of it. And then we get into that last hangar and it's like more than those 2 hangars combined. I can't believe it. And the fact that it's free, that's crazy. But I had a great time. I dried out a little bit. It's not raining. So when I walk to the tube, I should hopefully, knock on wood, I think I just jinxed it. Welcome to England. Welcome to England. Is it still spring? Welcome to England in the spring. But final thoughts, I had a great time. I can't believe it's free. I can't believe how much is here. And if any of this looked interesting to you, I would absolutely recommend it if you're ever in the area. Like, really shocking how much is here. But now I have to take the long journey home. I have to get back to the train station. Maybe buy myself a little treat. Is it too late for an iced coffee? Probably. Big shout out again to the book for sponsoring this video. Definitely check them out in the description. If you like history, engineering, science, all that fun stuff, honestly, it's really, really cool. If you'd like to watch something else right now, can I suggest this one? I went to the Science Museum in London. They did have a big room of planes, nowhere near like this, but there were a lot of planes. It was very cool, and I had a great time, and it was also free. I don't think British people appreciate how many incredible free museums you guys have access to. Anyway, no more talking. I gotta start walking home. First I gotta figure out how to get out of here. And then I gotta start walking home. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. And until next time, bye.